Hey guys, welcome back to Spectra Creative. I'm Scott Toy Guru Neitlich, and on this site we talk toys. I've spent 25 years in the toy industry, and well, I usually on this channel talk about action figures, but today I've actually got a different type of toy. You remember in the 80s when we were kids, Power Wheels? They were these, giant trucks that you could drive if you were a kid. I never had one. I had remote control cars, but this was kind of like a rich kid's toy. Well, nowadays, it's amazing. You can get one of these for $150 from Funcid. Now, I don't have a kid. Well, no, I do have a kid. Let me set that straight. But I have a kid that is not sized for one of Funcid's vehicles. My child is a teenager and basically just wants to play with her phone. That's okay, because I do own things that are kid-sized. So, yeah. Noting this and the fact that today, Funcid makes their vehicles completely remote control. So you could be controlling your kid or just the car. It's like having a remote control car that's just big. All right, so it showed up on my doorstep in a big box, well packed. Well, the wheels were under the seat, just pulled everything out. Piece count, not too bad. I wasn't sure how long it was going to take me to put this thing together. And, probably from years of putting together play sets and toys, it only took me about 30 minutes. All right, so let me show you how it plugs in here. So we take this cord, and you just move the seat, and the battery is right there under the seat. You simply take the plug, goes right in here to lift that little up, and let me see if I can get that in. I think I need a flashlight, actually, to see what I'm doing, because my garage is not lit. There we go. Okay, so yeah, it's as simple as that. 3 hours, you're ready to go. So much better, right? All right, like I said, I don't have a child that would fit in this, but I own a Marvel HasLab Sentinel. So let's get driving. Let me show you how cool this thing is. All right, so obviously it is designed for street driving and, set up a little obstacle course. And one of the things that really got to me was how smooth the turns were. I hit a couple cones. I'm not exactly the greatest driver, but it can make some pretty sharp turns. Obviously it's meant for a child to drive, so it's not going to be like crazy, but for a remote control car, I remember I spent more than this on just a remote control car, like a small one when I was a kid. I also, my wife was playing with it, and man, I couldn't take the controller out of her hands. She was loving it.
Oh my god, this is way too fun.
So yeah, it kind of almost makes a fun date toy. We played with this thing for hours on Saturday afternoon. Off-roading in the backyard, going down the street, and I wasn't even, I thought my wife was just going to be like, are you done playing with your toys in the backyard? But yeah, she was the one driving it the whole time. All right, let's give Baby Yoda a little spin here. So yeah, absolutely goes right from driving on asphalt on the street and just goes right off-road and yeah, right into the wilderness. And there goes Grogu off on an adventure of a lifetime. To say the least, I was impressed. This was like having the coolest remote control car that I've ever had. It's huge. It just rolls over everything. Obviously, if you have a child, you could fit a child in there and they can drive it themselves. There are pedals, or the parent can drive it with the remote. It's wireless and syncs super easy. And it also syncs to your iPhone or so you can play music. It's got a couple different modes. It's got a little switch for the dump bin on the back here. It can go forward, backwards, but not through time. And the dump bin goes up and down, and you can, dump things. I just have the shovel in there that it came with, but, and the little back tailgate also opens up. So yeah, this thing, way more fun than I expected to have with a toy that's obviously designed for a toddler to drive around. I was always jealous of kids who had one of these when I was a kid. This isn't Power Wheels. That was just the sort of the category. This is Funcid. And you can get this awesome vehicle on Walmart.com for $149. Again, I spent more on that on remote control cars when I was a kid. So being able to get a giant off-road ATV. Pretty cool. So yeah, this is kind of like our third car now, and we're just parking it in the garage. I'm impressed. It takes a lot to impress me, especially for a remote control car. But it's cool to see, again, this technology that we had in the '80s, where it is now, and the fact that it's completely wireless, and you have total control. Backwards, forwards, it spins out, turns. All you need is a toddler to put in there, or if you happen to have a HasLab Sentinel and you want to drive around the neighborhood and give your neighbors a scare. Hey, that's fun too. So yeah, check it out. This thing is pretty darn cool. Bye. All right. So yeah, you can get it on walmart.com. I'll leave a link in the description below. It comes in black, blue, or pink. I obviously have the blue one. And yeah, whether you have a child or a stuffed animal of Grogu, you can have a lot of fun driving this thing around. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. It's always a pleasure to talk about all sorts of toys with you guys. And I will see you in the next video. We'll probably be back to action figures. See you later.